everybody. Welcome to another Coach Steve Academy Lab Guide. Manu Largo here from Aspar team. And today we're going to do the week 3 of the iRacing F4 with a good combination for racing is in Monza. So a lot of draft, a lot of fast races here. So let's take a look how a fast lap is here. Let's go. Okay, so here we're going to start the lap here in Monza, the main straight. A lot of draft here and a lot of overtaking. At the same time, a dangerous track. But now we're gonna look for the 100 board. Down to second. We have to be very early with the throttle because it has low power this car and low torque, so we have to be very soon on the throttle. Again in the 100 board. Down to third. Go to Lesmo 1. Soon again in the throttle. Lesmo 2, 50 board. Soon with the throttle again. And we're gonna reach one of the trickiest parts here in Monza, a scary corner. Very focused on the first corner of the 3. If you do the first corner well, it's very easy to go Ascari completely flat out after that first corner. Well, we are going to the last braking part. Again, soon in the throttle. And that's a lap here in Autodromo Internazionale de Monza. Okay, so here we are to take a look to the full detail lap here in Monza. We're going to the main straight, is long straight where there's going to be a lot of overtaking and a lot of draft and complicated situations for the first chicane, even on the start of the race. So for the first hard braking zone, we're gonna look to the 100 board here on the left. Even a little bit earlier, it depends on the temperature of the car, but of the track, sorry. But we are gonna take a look here in the 100 board and a little bit earlier, brake as hard as we can, not blocking the tires. And be very careful for the first corner to find in the perfect place where is the slowdown. You have to put the car over the curb as much as you can, but you have to be very focused to not take the slowdown. Sorry, camera here. To not take the slowdown. It's really easy to go over the curb and take a slowdown like 3 seconds, 2.5 seconds, and it's completely ruining your race. So go over the curb on the first corner and on the second, just a little bit, not too much on the curb because the car is gonna bump. So we're gonna touch a little bit the curb and be very soon with the throttle. As you will see here, we're gonna start throttle here, and as much as we can, we're gonna flat out because of the low power of the car. It's a little bit oversteer, but you can control it. So very soon on the throttle. It's one of the trickiest parts of this Formula F4, where you, with the low power and the low torque, very soon on the throttle, it's one of the most important keys in this car. The same for this second chicane. You have to be over the first curb on the first corner of the chicane. Be very careful with the slowdown because there is another slowdown or around 2 seconds of slowdown if you take it. So let's practice and let's find where is the slowdown. And the second curb, you will not be able to touch it, because if you touch it again, the car is gonna bump and you're gonna lose time. So you have to go over this first curb, third gear, and to put the car on the left as much as you can, and only reach this part of the curve. If you touch the sauces, the car is gonna bump a lot, so you're gonna lose time. So be very focused to not touch that sauces and to go a little bit over the curb. And the car is really easy to drive here. A little bit of oversteer, but completely controllable. So no problem. The chicane, if you go over the first curve, and the second you have to not to touch it. So next corners, the Lesmos. Lesmo 1, my braking point is I don't know if you can see this change of surface in this barrier is dark gray here, and in this part is more light gray. So that's my braking point here with the formula. And we're gonna go to fourth gear, and when the car points the corner, we're gonna go complete flat out as soon as we can. You will see here the throttle as 100% in this part, and make the car rotate by itself. And the same to the second Lesmo. You have to use this exit part of the track, this AstroTurf. Not too much because it's an off track, but the same for this Lesmo 2. We're gonna find this 50 boards, my braking point. Just a little bit of braking, not too much, and we're gonna go flat out as much as we can. And I prefer to avoid this curb in the most of occasions, because if you go over this one, the car is gonna bump as well and losing time. So I prefer to not to touch it, just a little bit, not too much, and go flat out as much as we can. At this point, we go flat out, and to avoid the off track, but using all of this green AstroTurf on the outside. And for me, one of the trickiest part here in Monza is Ascari with every car. It's a corner where you have to put the car after the first corner, put the car in the perfect position to reach the most speed for the turn 2 and the turn 3 of Ascari. So for me, the first corner is the most important thing. We're gonna braking in this 100 board. We're gonna go to fourth gear, and we're gonna find the limit of the sauces to not to touch it on the inside. This yellow and black one, where we have to avoid it, to touch, go over the curb. And if you do this corner this way, not touching the sauces and not too wide, you are able to go flat out in the 2 and the 3rd corners of Ascari. You will see we are gonna go flat out. You will see flat out here, and no oversteer on this right corner on the left. No oversteer with this car with this low power. So easy corners, this right and this left, avoiding the sauces, and that's it. It's for me, like I said, is one of the trickiest parts here in Monza, the Ascari, the first corner of Ascari with this car. And for the last corner, we're gonna brake in the end of this green AstroTurf, go to fourth gear, and as in the rest part of the track, as soon as we can with the throttle, and make the car rotate by itself. Go to fourth gear here, and as soon as the car points the corner, we're gonna go flat out. You will see here, we're gonna go flat out at this point. And if you want to win some tenths for quali, you can not go in wide and to sacrifice a little bit the tires for the quali. and go a little bit more on the inside, but in the race you can go a little bit wide to take care of the tires of this new update of the tires in iRacing. So as you see, easy corner, and that's a lap here in Monza. Okay, so that's it. Fully detailed lap here in Monza. Thank you for being here with us. We keep making these lap guides every week, like the setup session. So hope you find this information useful, and let's race here in Monza. They're gonna be a funny week with fast races and complicated races as well. So let's take a look for that week. So check out our YouTube channel and the website as well, Coach Dave Academy. And see you on the next one. So bye bye, and let's go race.